cried. I cried a lot, guys. Probably minimum once a week. Probably once a day, if I remember correctly. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we have reached 20,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. Thank you so much, you guys, because obviously it's you guys that are subscribing and it's been a bit of a journey. So for this video, I'm going to do a bit of an update on where I am. I recently turned 24, so I'm going to reflect on the past year and where I am now. And then at the end, I've also got a cheeky giveaway. Obviously, I had to say thank you for 20k subscribers, and so I'm going to do a giveaway. It's a 360-degree lace frontal, and if you want to know how you can win that, just stay to the end of the video. So this past year, guys, I definitely believe has been like a major year for growth for me personally. A lot has happened. Obviously, most recently I have got engaged, but other things have happened. I got my first graduate job. This happened like just before I turned 23 actually, but anyways, I've been there for just over a year, and yeah, I think that has been the sort of environment where most of my growth has happened, in that office. But God has been crazy busy with me, literally like getting to work, opening me up, taking stuff out, putting stuff in, oiling bits, tuning bits, and it has been a journey. So I'm gonna take you through a few key moments. First things first, for the first, I would say 3 months of my job, I cried a lot, guys. Probably minimum once a week. Probably once a day, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I cried so much, guys, and it's because I have never felt fear and anxiety the way I felt it in my first 3 months of my job. Ask me why. Ask me why. I don't know. Like, on paper, the job was great. It is great. Like, it was fine. It was a bit, you know, it was new job, new graduate. It was all good. But something was just, I was staying up late, doing work, not being able to finish my work, being fearful that like I'm not doing my job properly. All kinds of crazy lies were in my head, and they were coming from nobody but me. Everybody else was encouraging me, but for some reason I was just, so I cried so much. I've heard a lot of people talk about anxiety. A lot of YouTubers have spoken about anxiety, and whilst I've always been a scaredy cat, I call myself, all my life, in terms of like being scared of the dark and little stuff like that, I felt anxiety for the first time. Genuinely, like, I understand it now to a certain degree, because I would sometimes go into the office and my hands and fingers would be numb, and I would have this lump in my chest, and I would have to like run to the toilet and pray before I go into a meeting or something like that, because I was just so scared, and I don't know why. But then I realised that God was doing something in me, and this then led me to the verse which I believe has been like the overall scripture that sort of represents the past year. And that scripture is James 1 verses 2 to 4. A lot of people might know it, but it says, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness," or in other translations, endurance, "and let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing." So I learned pretty early on in the past year that God was literally like putting me through it. He was putting me through trials because he knew that I would then grow my endurance, and through that I would be perfect, lacking nothing. And when I realized that, it shifted my perspective slightly, because rather than, I was trying at the time to look at my trials as an opportunity for joy. And I can say now quite confidently towards the end of this year, now turning 24, that is how I look at situations. I almost get slightly, still a bit scared, but slightly excited when I go through trials now, because I know that I'm like, okay God, what are we doing now? What's the next project? Do you know what I mean? And I found that in every trial, whether it be fear, okay, so I dealt with fear, okay God, I'm not scared anymore. And then something else came, I'd start getting angry for no reason. I'm like, God, where's this anger coming from? But it's like, I'm about to deal with this little anger that you think you have. And then I went from that, and then it went to something else. Like, it's almost as if he was pulling up all of my weaknesses, one by one, and just working on them individually. And it got to the point where now when I was coming to the end of a trial, I was almost like, okay, what's next? What are we going to work on next? And I'm telling you guys, when you get that mindset, when you get into that perspective of, okay, I'm considering it an opportunity for joy, it changes it. You're not in the trial as long, you're not in the storm as long. You're almost like dancing in the rain rather than being like, ah, it's a storm. So I think that is the biggest thing that that he's taught me in the way that I've grown in the past year. I also developed what I'd say my personal time with God in the past year. I'm ashamed to say that my sort of relationship with Christ grows like 10 times over when I'm going through bad times, and it's almost as if when I come out of those trials I almost forget about him, and I'm working on it. But this that season of being like stressed and anxious at work, it led me to lean on him. Like there was no other way for me to get through it. And what a good friend of mine, Megan, told me is what she does is that she actually puts her headphones in when she's walking and then talks as if like it looks like she's talking on the phone so people don't think she's crazy, but she's actually having a conversation with God. And let me tell you, it changed the game for me. So whereby sometimes I catch the bus to the station, which is just a 15-minute walk. I started walking and I'd walk, I put my headphones in and I'd be like, God, hey, how you doing? This is what I'm going through right now. And we talk and talk and talk, and it's almost as if from my doorstep to the station my whole day would shift, and I would get to a point where I'm like hyping myself up. I probably looked crazy because I'd be like, oh my gosh, I am the daughter of a king, and I'd start like reciting scripture that I'd heard, like God talking about, you know, combine these important people and these lowly people are nothing, so why am I afraid of them, or why am I giving them more authority over my life than Christ? Little stuff like that. And it's got to the point now where I have to, if I'm late, I'll miss that train just so that I can walk those 15 minutes and spend that time with God. And let me tell you, it's changed the game, because there was a time when I was feeling like, oh, I'm not hearing from God. God, why are you not speaking to me? To now I'm much more sensitive to his voice. So that is a big thing, and I would advise anyone that's struggling maybe to lean on God or to hear from him. Just spend that time with God. It might not be a 15-minute walk to the train station. It might be when you're sitting at the table having breakfast. It might be at the gym in the morning if you go, like whatever it might be. Just really, it makes such a big difference. I am a different person. And I'd say another big thing that has happened to me this year is my friends. Like, I look back and I'm like, wow, God, thank you, because there was a time when I didn't think I had any friends. And I used to categorize friends by like, okay, Adella, if you were to get married today, who would be your bridesmaid? And I remember like maybe a year or a year and a half ago, I sat there and I was like, who would be my bridesmaids? And I got really upset because I was quite lonely. I thought, oh my gosh, I don't have any friends. Like I have, you know, my sister and cousins, but like, you know, just girls, my friends. And I remember praying about it, and I prayed about it, and then God did it. Like, I don't know what else to say, but he brought friends into my life that now I'm like, wow, so thankful, so thankful. And he brought friends that all bring different things into my life. But what he also taught me is that I'm the reason I didn't have a lot of friends. I'm not the best at maintaining relationships. So once I might be friends with you in that season, maybe we're at school or at college or at uni, but once we leave that environment of seeing each other on a regular basis, I'm not good at maintaining it. I still love you, but if you don't call me for a week, 2 weeks, I'm not bothered. And so I learned that actually I need to nurture these relationships, and so I would like force myself to be like, oh, call so and so today, call this person today, like make time for this person. And I've seen the fruit of that, and God's brought the most amazing friends into my life, and they've helped me a lot. So obviously another big thing that's happened in the past year is my relationship with Keith has gone to the next level. We are now engaged, and I'd say this relationship has been tough in the sense of like self-reflection. So God has been exposing me, or the relationship has been exposing my flaws so bad, like little things like maybe getting irritated or lust or being selfless. It's just stuff that, you know, when you're single might not affect anyone so much, but he's really brought that to the forefront, and I'm realizing that I'm not this perfect girlfriend that I once thought I was. But actually I have a lot of work to do, and Crisis, I can't say I'm there. I don't think you're ever going to get there, but he's definitely helping me a lot with that. I guess the final big thing that's happened to me this year is just my channel. It's grown. Like it has grown in numbers obviously, but I'm not necessarily talking like that. I'd say it's you guys. So there's been more occasions now where I'll bump into you guys on the streets and you guys like are talking to me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so weird to see the impact that I might have on people that I don't even realise I'm having. Like someone said once, oh, I love the way you and your friends talk about God, and I'm like, you know, to us it's just our normal day-to-day conversation, but to other people it's really inspiring. And you guys have been the most encouraging people ever. Just like things that I thought were flaws, other people are like, oh, you know, this really inspires me, I really love this about you, you know, you've helped me through this and that and that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, this is why I do it. Because long term I really want this channel to be a place where you guys can feel inspired and motivated, and I just want to do really big things with this channel. And I think that 20k benchmark, combined with like the amount of you guys that I've bumped into recently and had conversations with recently, I think that has been like the confirmation that, okay, this is what I need to be focusing on a lot more, and this is the platform where I'm going to be able to influence you guys. And in order to do that, I need to be in the right place, because I can't just be out here spitting advice. I've been wanting to do like advice videos and stuff, agony art videos for the longest time, but I'm very cautious that having any sort of platform, some people might take your word as Bible, and if that's the case, you need to really come correct to what you're saying. And so I don't ever want to give you guys half-hearted advice and you guys take it and I just ruin your life. So yes, I will be doing much more of that in the coming however long I'm on this platform for. But yeah, I hope I wasn't waffling, but I just wanted to give you guys an update of where I'm at. Please feel free to drop questions below and I'll try to get through them. But yeah, and if I see any of you guys, just come say hello, man. You guys are making me a nicer person, because I can't walk on the streets like screw facing anymore, because someone looks at me and I'm like, oh, maybe they watch my channel, let me be nice. Even though I am nice. I hope. So yeah, on to the giveaway. A little while ago, my sister and I, Shirley, we made a 360-degree lace wig. Shirley is a qualified hairdresser. She is the bomb. She did my braids. She does a lot of hair for me. But we made it together. I have unfortunately lost the footage of us making it, but here is the wig that you can have a chance to win. Competition details. This is going to be super simple to enter. All you need to do is follow me on Instagram if you're not already, follow me on Twitter, make sure you're subscribed to this channel, and then go down there and comment one way that you've grown in the past year and leave your Instagram handle at the end of that. Simple. So I am going to be picking a winner at random in 1 week's time, and I will DM you for your details, and then I'll send you the wig, and then you're like gonna look fly. But yeah, I hope that all makes sense, guys, and good luck to everyone that's gonna enter, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys, and thanks again for the subscribers.